In the middle of the sea, a helicopter and 3 speedboats are rushing toward a crash site. There, a NASA capsule has fallen, and inside it is astronaut Sam. The rescue team pulls her out and quickly takes her to the hospital. A few hours later, Sam regains consciousness. She feels dizzy, and everything looks blurry. She looks around the room and is shocked when she sees a pen floating in the air. She reaches out to touch it, but at that moment, some people enter the room. Sam then sees the pen is lying on a tray. Suddenly, she feels like vomiting. The doctors come immediately and say this is normal. They ask Sam some questions to check her mental state. Sam tells them about the floating pen. The doctors smile and say, "Such anti-gravity hallucinations often happen after returning from space." Sam's hand is swollen but not broken. Maybe it hit something during landing. The doctors ask her what actually happened. Sam says she got some coordinates from mission control, everything was going well, but suddenly something collided. Maybe she fainted during freefall. She doesn't remember clearly. The doctors say something pierced the capsule and her helmet broke. They don't know what it was. Maybe a piece of a meteorite hit her. Particles from her suit are now being tested. A little later, her husband Mark and daughter Izzy come to see her. But because of quarantine rules, they can only talk through a glass wall. Soon, her father William also arrives. He says the Pentagon, along with NASA, will investigate this accident because some strange radio frequencies were detected during Sam's re-entry. The government has given her a special house so she can rest away from the media. At that moment, a doctor comes and says Sam has to go for more tests. Through the glass, she touches her daughter's hand and promises, "I'll see you soon, baby." Then, with a full convoy, Sam is taken to that government house, located in a remote area. Dr. Michelle shows her the house and explains that the land was bought in the 1950s for weapons testing, and now it is used like a diplomat's rest house. Outside, there is a telescope so Sam can watch space. But as Sam looks through the telescope, she hears a deafening sound. She staggers back, and strange lights and flickering visions appear in front of her eyes, as if old memories are waking up. Michelle steadies her and says, "This is completely normal." Then she explains, "You will feel different symptoms. Nosebleed, hallucinations, dizziness. Just focus on recovery. Your fitness test will be in 2 months." After the team leaves, Sam gets a terrible headache. She checks her temperature, but she doesn't have a fever. She removes the hand wrap. The swelling has turned into deep blue marks. She begins unpacking her things, but then blood starts coming from her nose. She goes to the kitchen to get a cloth. Then her best friend Val calls on video. They talk, but suddenly Sam freezes for a few seconds. Her gaze fixes on the backyard. Val keeps calling her name, then Sam snaps back and says, "I thought I saw something." But on the other side of the camera, something really moves in the shadow of the yard. Val advises her to downplay her symptoms so she can return to work quickly. After the call ends, all the lights in the house start flickering, and a loud noise comes from another room. Sam slowly goes there and sees that mud and rainwater are spread on the floor. A chair has fallen, and the back door is open. She goes outside, picks up the telescope, looks toward the forest, and sees something moving in the shadows, but it disappears in an instant. She throws a stone at the place, but she doesn't realize that the mysterious figure is now on the house roof. Suddenly, that same terrifying scream echoes in her ears, and the same vision appears again. A dark, smoke-filled crash site with people walking through it. The next morning, when Sam wakes up, she sees that the hand wrap is gone, and the blue mark has spread more. She is making breakfast when an egg begins floating in the air. She touches it. The egg sways lightly in the air, and she lets go, and it keeps floating. But as the medical team arrives, the egg falls and breaks on the floor. Then throughout the day, Sam undergoes many tests. During exercise, her leg hurts, but she says, "It's just a cramp." After the tests, she lies down with a cold pack. Michelle apologizes that the tests were strict, but says, "The data we get from this will help the space program a lot." She asks if Sam has noticed any new symptoms. Sam lies. "No, everything is fine." In the evening, after the team leaves, Sam calls her husband Mark. She says she wants to go on a family trip after recovery. Mark refuses. Izzy shouldn't feel like everything is okay. If we divorce, it will hurt her even more. Sam sadly says, "We are still trying to handle things." Mark says, "You were in training for months, then went to space. Now, after returning, you'll want to go on another mission." Sam's voice trembles. "Both of you are very important to me. I want Izzy to have the family I never had." Then it is revealed that Izzy is adopted because they couldn't have a child themselves, but Mark says, even that didn't fill the emptiness we thought it would. Then Izzy runs in and shows her family drawing, with some space people in the sky. Later, Sam goes for a walk in the forest. Suddenly, that same painful sound echoes in her ears. A search team and a smoke-filled scene begin appearing in front of her. When the sound stops, she sees a wire hidden under the leaves. She follows the wire and reaches a stone from which faint light is coming. She picks it up and realizes the stone is fake. There is a camera underneath. Scared, she looks around and sees another wire in the other direction. She follows it and finds another fake stone, with a camera under it too. She quickly tries to return, but her foot gets stuck in a tree root, and she falls hard. When she regains consciousness, she is in her bed. Her head is splitting with pain. Blood is in her hair. Then the door opens. A stranger enters the room and says, "We found you injured outside, so we brought you inside." Sam's heart races, because she doesn't remember if she even came back from the forest or not. Inside the house, Sam suddenly hears some noises. After a while, she realizes that William has come to see her. He tells her that when he arrived and found the house empty, he immediately called a search team. He scolds Sam, saying she should have rested. Sam asks about the cameras. William explains that he didn't give NASA all the house details because he didn't expect Sam to do so much. Then he takes her downstairs and shows a secret area hidden behind the furniture. He explains that the house is actually a safe house, built for people in danger who need to hide for a while. As they go down the stairs, he explains that the lower level has a full living system, a separate room, its own power source, and hundreds of security cameras. In an emergency, the house can seal itself automatically with 3 layers of metal. It even has a defense system, though William doesn't think Sam will need it. After William leaves, Sam notices that the blue mark on her hand has spread up to her arm. She takes a photo and sends it to her friend Val, who tells her just to apply ice. In the evening, Sam is relaxing in the jacuzzi when the wind suddenly stops and strange sounds come from the forest. A second later, the wind starts again. Sam gets scared, goes inside, and calls Mark, but it goes to voicemail. Then the lights start flickering. She grabs a flashlight and goes to the balcony, but sees nothing. When she comes back inside, the lights go out, and a shadow that looks like a scary monster appears on the door. Sam can't tell if she actually saw something or not. When she looks again, the thing is gone. She quickly closes the door and activates the alarm. Then the AI system announces, "Security breach detected. Initiating lockdown." All the doors and windows are sealed with metal panels. Now Sam is trapped inside the house. She tries calling, but there's no network. Suddenly, a loud screeching sound pierces her ears. Something falls behind her, but there's nothing there. Then growling sounds come from a room. Terrified, she rushes downstairs and presses all the power switches, but nothing works. The door won't open, and then the doorknob starts shaking. Sam musters courage and opens the door, but only a shaking plant is there. She approaches it, and then a terrifying hand slams against the glass from outside. Sam screams and runs downstairs to the bunker, turning on the security cameras. At first, the screens appear dead, but then she sees the same horrifying creature in one camera, crouched on the grass. The lights flicker and the creature vanishes. Suddenly the phone rings and Sam wakes up. She had actually fallen asleep in front of the computer. When she goes upstairs, she sees that William and his team have already arrived. Sam tells him that something is wrong with the house's generator. William says they have noticed the blackouts too and sends the team to fix it. Sam nervously says that something had entered the house, and William promises he will check the footage. Dr. Michelle examines her injuries and says they aren't normal, so x-rays will be needed. A little later, her husband Mark and daughter Izzy arrive. William plays with his granddaughter while Mark and Sam go for a walk in the forest. Sam tells him that she saw something from another planet and suspects it may have come with her when she returned from the mission. William checks the cameras, but the footage shows nothing. And at the exact moment Sam saw the creature, the video glitches. He explains that maybe stress and fatigue caused her to see things. But Sam runs a bioscan of the house from the computer, and the system reports that there are exactly 9 people inside, the number present. So, no unknown intruder is in the house. Later, Mark and Izzy walk in the forest when Izzy suddenly disappears. A few seconds later, she comes back, holding a dead insect. Then all the insects in the forest start screaming at once, and thousands fall from the sky, sticking to the windows. Within minutes, the whole house is plunged into darkness. The team arrives and says it might be caused by an environmental anomaly, but blood starts coming from Sam's foot, and when she checks, her toenail has come off. A strange infection now spreads from her foot to her shoulder. The lights flicker again. She searches online and finds that geomagnetic disturbances can cause such symptoms, and many people link them to UFO sightings or abductions. Suddenly, the same marks appear on her back. Terrified, she activates the alarm and strange sounds return. At that moment, Mark calls. He is on his way. Sam cries and asks, "Was I a good mother?" Mark is shocked on the phone, and then the AI voice echoes, "Security breach detected. Lockdown initiated." The house locks down again, and Sam says for the last time, "Mark, there's something in the house." On the phone, Mark's voice suddenly breaks. Sam starts running down the bunker stairs, but a sharp pain shoots through her back and she collapses to the floor. When she touches her back, her fingers feel a sticky, translucent substance, like some alien liquid. Her phone is broken. She hears noises from above, so she rushes to turn on the computer and checks all the cameras, but sees no sign of a human. She runs a system scan. One more life form detected. That means someone or something else is in the house with her. The screens suddenly glitch, and then the terrifying creature finally appears on the camera. Frightened, Sam immediately shuts off the monitors. She scans again, and now the computer reports that there are 2 more life forms on the upper floors. She presses some buttons, and smoke gas starts pouring from the ceiling. Sam runs to the kitchen, where the same noises are coming from. She hides behind furniture and sees the creature's shadow in the oven glass. Fortunately, it doesn't see her and moves on. Sam slowly heads toward the door, but another monster enters. She hides again, and when both leave, she steps outside. She goes to the bathroom and blocks the door with furniture. Her blue mark starts burning, so she removes the bandage and sees that her entire skin is now covered with a strange substance. The creatures try to break the door, so Sam hides in the shower. She looks up at the air vent, kicks it open, and climbs into the wall passage. Outside, Mark and Izzy have arrived. They see the house fully in lockdown mode. Mark calls Sam, but there's no answer. Izzy steps out of the car because she sees a glowing light in the forest. Mark follows her and sees her pointing towards some strange, glowing phenomenon. Meanwhile, Sam runs through the wall passages and climbs the stairs when a creature grabs her leg. She kicks with all her strength, frees herself, and keeps running. Her wounds now glow with a blue light. She finds a staircase and runs out, straight into the middle of the forest. She sprints between the trees, her wounds glowing, while the same monstrous sounds surround her. On the road, William and his armed team have arrived. He says, "Remember, we're dealing with something intelligent," and sends his team inside. In the forest, Sam falls and cries out for mercy. Then a creature appears in front of her, lifting its chin, and then looks at her with calm, gentle eyes. It speaks in its own language, and Sam realizes she can understand every word. Gradually, more creatures arrive. The first one says, "We missed you." Sam asks, trembling, "Who are you?" It replies, "We are your family." Confused, Sam watches as it presses its head to hers. "Remember, child." Then all her old visions become clear in her mind. The truth is revealed. Sam is not human, she is an alien. Years ago, her real family crashed on Earth in their ship. William and his team tried to capture them, and everyone escaped. During the escape, Sam got separated and used a camouflage device to hide. When William found her, she looked like a small child, and he adopted her that day. Sam's alien family has been searching for her ever since. One of them sent her space capsule so she could awaken. Now, Mark and Izzy find Sam in the forest, but glowing aliens surround her. Izzy is scared because her mother's body is glowing, no longer human. Sam reassures her, "Don't be afraid, no one will hurt you." At that moment, William arrives. He says he always knew what Sam was. He explains that he inspired her to become an astronaut, so that one day he could use her as bait to capture the other aliens. He calls his team and tells Sam, "Tell them to surrender." But Sam refuses. William draws a gun, but Mark lunges and knocks him down, throwing punches. Meanwhile, Sam's human disguise fully disappears. She reveals her true alien form. Soldiers are approaching, so Mark says, "Go! For your own sake." Izzy raises her hand, and Sam touches it with her glowing, clawed palm, feeling the bond of mother and daughter one last time. Then Sam runs away with her real family. A spaceship with a bright light rises into the sky, and Sam's alien family leaves Earth. So friends, I hope you liked this video. If you liked the video, then like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.